desire.
Hi guys, welcome back to another show of More Than a Woman. My name's Shamila.
I'm Keely.
And I'm Abby.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about women and hair, especially within the black community. So my question to start off with is, what is your natural hair journey so far?
Okay, so when I started off my hair journey from a child, I used to have, a family relative that would come to my house every Sunday and braid my hair. My hair wasn't always natural. It had quite a lot of length on it, actually. I'd say it was just past my shoulders. But then when I started senior school, I wanted a perm.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to, have... I don't think it was because I wanted to have European hair, but it was more to be manageable. I'm starting senior school. I no longer have my relative coming every Sunday anymore. Mm-hmm. So now I've got to find out how to manage my own hair. And even though I knew how to plait and I knew how to braid and stuff like that, it wasn't good enough to be seen on the street with. So I thought, let's put a dark and lovely on there. And it was the biggest mistake of my life, because after that my hair just broke. Because you never ever keep up with the 6 weeks. Yeah. When you're supposed to do it every 6 weeks, you never ever keep up with it. When you're supposed to redo your roots, you redo the whole thing, and you just never keep up. Not like how the hairdresser would keep up with it. And then started to colour my hair, cut, and then since then, my hair has been a struggle. Okay. It's been hard to manage. And that's why I have one side shaved and the other side braided.
So you only have to do half a head.
Just me. You get me? But true, it's true. Because I'm not really good at hair, apart from like braiding. Like the braids and that I do myself, which I've had to learn. Apart from that, I don't know how to style. You see girls who can just style and do certain things. I can't do all that. I'm just not clued up.
How did you learn how to...
on your dolly hair, innit? Like my relative would come over and she'd be like, "Oh, this is how you cane roll," and then you just practice on your cabbage patch doll. Do you know? Because always I had a cabbage patch doll, and you just practice on your cabbage patch doll, and then before you know it, you start to learn how to do your own, and you part in your own and all sorts, and then even in senior school, I never really used to wear braids or cane rolls. It used to be like slick down here, butterfly clip here, butterfly clips all around here, feathered out. Like there was never a braiding style, half down, half up. Like I never used to wear braids in school. It was all jow all the time.
Okay. What would you say about your hair journey as well?
She's got nice hair, mixed race hair.
My hair, when I was younger, my mum, we had an aunt that was a hairdresser. Okay. So she always used to do my hair, and when she did my hair, my mum used to tell her the style, and that was what was done. And then there was one specific hairstyle for me where enough was enough. She gave me back to front cane roll, where the cane roll was here and finished at the front.
And what did she do with the end bits? Put a bubble?
Or beads?
It was back to front cane roll, and I was about 12. And I just said, that's enough, that's it now. And I actually learned how to cane roll my own hair going forward from that day. I just sat down and practiced, and it wasn't like Abby Lowe, it weren't good enough to go on the street, because anything was good enough, better than that. So I learned how to do my hair from a young age. Then I was introduced to hair straighteners. So I never used to relax my hair, but I always used to straighten my hair.
Okay.
And
what was that though?
I don't even know. Okay. I think that was a trend. Like everybody just straightened their hair, so I just wanted straighteners. Okay. So then I was straightening my hair for a long time. Then I came into weave, because then that was the trend at that time as well. I actually had decent length hair. I don't even feel like my hair at that time was difficult to manage because I never really managed it, and braiding was okay for me. And then when everyone had the weave, so I could weave my own hair. Okay. And then remember when you used to leave out your own hair at the top, and then you just straighten the top. Then that got nyam out. And then I remember, remember back in the day,
that just means damaged, guys.
Do you remember back in the day, right? It weren't Brazilian £200 hair. It was premium too and sleek. Yeah, it was premium too and sleek. It was the $15.99 hair, right, where you bought 2 packets of $15.99 hair. And the hair never lasts that long, so I always had to do my hair like every 2 weeks. And that started to cost money. And it started to cost money. Yeah. And then one day, like, I was always weaving my hair, and then every time I took out my weave, my hair, I felt like it was never in better condition than when I left it last. Yeah. And even if it grew, I always had to trim off the end. So was it the bonding? Was it bonding that you was doing? I never did bonding. I didn't like bonding. I used to just like weave it yourself. And then one day, it was after I had my second son. So then one day, I just got to the point where I was like, why am I spending all this money on products to go in my hair that doesn't benefit my hair when I can spend the same amount of money or less to put my hair in a healthier position? Yeah. And then, so one day I just decided to stop. But then I was stuck with, I didn't know what hair products to go and get. Yeah. I didn't know how to style my hair. Yeah. I didn't know about porosity and textures and all this stuff. So and not every product suits. And exactly. And I had a whole box of, I bet every woman's been through this, where you have actually a box of different products. Yeah. Oh yeah. And then I was so impatient, so I would use the product and think, why my hair ain't grown after a week? Why does it look the same as last week? So then I would try something else. And then I just started to really pay attention to my hair. So I'd like cut out wearing weaves altogether. So I haven't worn weaves now for about 8 years. I haven't worn a weave now in about 8 years. You talking about weave or a wig? Both. Okay. Like I stopped wearing wig. Like the only thing that I'll wear now is braids. And it's not because I'm anti-weave, because if I see a good weave or whatever, I'm like, oh, that looks nice. I don't want to fall back into that quick, easy, not being able to manage my own hair kind of thing again. So I just learned how to deal with my own hair. And at the beginning, styles that I thought looked good, like I remember like my son's dad one time said, Keely, you know, you could do some nice styles with your hair, you know. And my hair was styled. That was my style for the day. And I was upset. Like, what do you mean? My hair's done. And he was thinking it's not yet to be done, but you're halfway there.
I've had that before, because like with my hair journey,
you look like you got good hair though. Like that's natural as well, isn't it?
I hate when people say good hair, because I automatically think of something just because of what people have said, but I'll get onto that. But like with my natural hair journey, when I was younger, I used to get my hair texturized, and I used to hate it. Just every week, not even every week, but like often any. And then other times I'll just have it cane road, prism braids all the way back, or literally like just cane roads back, or just like what are them bubbles called that had the 2 little baubles on or whatever? I forgot what they're called. My gosh,
I used to have them. There was a name for them. Yeah. There were bubbles.
I don't know. And then just twist all over my hair. I used to have those hairstyles, and then it wasn't until I think it was when I was in like year 4 or 5 when I started to get extensions braided into my hair and like beads. And then after that, I went into year 7. And then that's when I was there, like, you know what? Like, I want to have my hair natural. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because I thought to myself, why am I always have my hair braided with extensions? Like, why can't I have my hair natural? Like, I did, don't get me wrong, but I wanted to do it myself, basically. Yeah. So, I started off, well, it wasn't natural because I started off by texturizing it. But it's more the fact that it was manageable for me. So I started off by texturizing it, and then straightening it obviously every 3 months, but then after that I got tired of doing that as well. I was thinking, hold on, this is my real hair, but it's not my natural hair. So I thought, okay, you know what, let me just braid my hair again. And then even now I was like, you know what, nah, let me just go natural. And then I sat down one time, and this is when I was in year 10. I thought to myself, why can't black girls grow hair? Because I really thought to myself, like, black girls can't grow hair. But then it got to a point, because like my cousin, she's black as well, and I thought like her hair grows. And then like I knew a few of the people that had like long hair. I thought to myself, like, it's a myth. For
what's happened to me?
Yeah, exactly. So it's a myth for like a certain group of people to not like grow hair or so on. So I decided to just go on YouTube and watch videos, and then Instagram. And I was like, bruh, like I'm seeing people from all over the world that are black women that are growing their hair. I thought to myself, you know what? Let me watch some videos, and then that's where I've learned a lot of stuff to do with hair. I've learned from the internet and YouTube. So from there, I just kind of learned more stuff, and then I made kind of a routine for my hair, and then sometimes I'll have braids. I don't really have weave or anything, but I've had like weave twice in my life. I like making wigs though, but I don't like wearing them. I don't know why, but
how long did it take you to find the product that suits you? Because I feel like
I'm still looking
that. You see, that's what I mean.
Yeah, because you know what happens.
Not every product suits your hair. Like what works for one.
Even if you find a product that suits your hair,
it will work for a certain
amount of time. It only works for like 6 months, and then you have to change it because your hair's used to it.
Yeah.
So then you kind of have to like go back and forth with different products. The only products that
But what about the natural herbal ones?
Well, this is what I'm saying. That's what I was about to say. The only product that I've been consistent without me having to switch it up is like shea butter and natural oils. Then my hair doesn't really have to change it up. But in terms of like when I was using products like Cantu and As I Am, and all them different products.
Dr. Miracle and
after a bit, like my hair would only agree with it at first, and then after a couple of months, I'd have to keep changing it up.
What's your routine?
Wow. So my routine is I'll wash my hair every 2 weeks. I will shampoo it twice, then condition, then deep condition for half an hour, and then rinse it out, then come out. I'll section my hair. Well, I'll wash my hair in sections as well, actually. And then I will put my hair into and moisturise each section with leave-in conditioner, shea butter, but this is a shea butter that I made. So and then like put oils in there.
Oh, you made your
and
own.
Then just play it up, and then the next day I will take it out, brush it out, and then just style it if I need to style it. And then if I get my hair done, then I'll blow dry it.
So have you tried rice water in your hair?
No, I haven't. I've tried a few things, but not rice water. I just I haven't really gotten onto it.
I've tried rice water.
Yeah, I've heard of the benefits, but I'm just like
I tried rice water, and I felt like it was good for the first week, and then after a week, I felt like it really, really dried out my hair, and my hair started breaking. So I just stopped using it immediately.
I think it has. I think doing certain things that we see online has an impact. So like talking about like impact and so on. Some people say certain styles can impact your hair. So like weave, for example, or braids, and manipulating the hair a lot. So what do you think about that as well?
Well, I see wigs. That gets onto a good point actually, because I see wigs as a protective style. Now it depends on the wig.
Yeah,
the lace
who
fronts,
does it as well.
Yeah, see, I don't believe in them lace fronts, especially when you're gluing them down. You get me, and then you're sleeping with them, and you're doing whatever in the same wig, day in and day out, and it's just stuck there. I think that's so unhygienic, and I think it's disgusting.
It's not a protective style even when you take it off and your forehead extends back like 2 inches.
All right, you get me. You got no more edge, right? You don't longer own. You
it's
no
not
longer
a protective
own
style because it's matched up your head. Yeah.
So I don't like them ones, but you know the one that you can just buy and just put on full head wigs. You just claim on your own hair and put your wig on. I think they're good. Again, I don't think they're good for every day.
Yeah.
I think sometimes you should let your own hair breathe. Do you know what I mean? So even just leaving it out in an afro and just letting the air get to it, I feel like that's good. But some people are so conscious, like me. I find I've embraced my forehead now, but as well as younger, my forehead. That wouldn't be on show. You mad? I want a bang. I want a fringe. You get me? Like, I need a fringe. I need a sweep over that comes. The sweep has to come well over my left. You get me? Something can, if I want to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or if I want to, sweep off a come well around this to come my forehead now. But now I've embraced it a lot more.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with your forehead.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it. Well, you're comfortable with it now because your hair's swooped all up, but there's nothing wrong with it.
You know what? No more blocker for you. No more blocker. You my good books, girl. Well, yeah, that's the only thing. That's why I wouldn't like. That's the only reason why I would wear wigs is mainly like number one to cover my forehead, and number two, because it's just easier than managing my own hair. So for me, wigs are protective styles depending on how you wear them.
Do you have anything that you think?
I wash my hair with shampoo once a week with black soap, and I cold wash it.
But what do you think of like
you
certain
do what?
hairstyles?
Cold wash
Sorry,
like cold wash it.
Cold wash. So basically, I wash it with conditioner instead of a shampoo.
Oh, I've never heard
so my hair kind of
one.
gets washed twice a week.
Oh, is that something you do?
I've done it before.
Oh, okay.
But what works better for me is just washing it every 2 weeks.
And it probably depends on like how much build up you feel like you've got in your hair.
Yeah, some people say that the dirt helps it grow though. Is that true?
I think that's a myth. I think that's a myth because I feel like growing up, wasn't it? Don't get your hair wet, otherwise you'll have to wash your hair. And I feel like that's possibly a reason to why we feel like our hair don't grow because it never reach water. Because you need for everything to grow, water has to touch it.
They say that as well, that you need to keep your hair hydrated.
You need to keep your hair moisturised and hydrated. And how can it stay moisturised and hydrated without water?
Yeah,
it can't. Yeah. Our hair's like a plant; it needs to have water. So I feel like sometimes when we feel like black people's hair don't grow, if we've avoided all contact with water for 6 weeks because it's in weave, because it's in cane roll, because it's under no, but a lot of people did back in the day and still do. Like don't wash it for a long time because they do feel like it grows, and then when they take their hair out, it looks the same to me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And some people just have like genetics where their hair just grows regardless of the climate that it's in. I just feel like water is a big
I'm talking about climate as well. Like I don't know if this is for you when you go Ghana, but I find when I go Jamaica, I mean everything about me is healthy. When I come back, to England, everything goes back to ashy. But when I'm in Jamaica, like everything's glowing. Like my hair feels good. Everything
it goes through like a growing spurt as well.
Like I start getting little curls and kinks where I didn't even. I'm like, oh look at this, mum. I didn't know this is genetics. You know what I mean? But I feel like, especially with black people, vitamin D, which we're lacking, it's needed. Definitely.
I think it's a combination because you're actually getting they say it's not just about your hair as well, it's also about what you put in your body. So when you go to a different country and everything is really organic, the vegetables haven't got all the pesticides and stuff on it. Everything you're eating is organic internally and externally. So then your hair just goes through a massive growing spurt.
It's true, because I do eat different when I'm abroad as well.
And they do say that our hair grows towards the sun, so if we're in a country that hardly has any sun, where is it growing? It's not growing anywhere,
Touching back to the impact on styles on wigs and so on, I do hear a lot of people saying when black women wear weave or wigs, it's because they want to be white, and when they have blonde weave and so on. So like, what do you westernized as well? Like, what do you think about that?
First of all, I feel like most people that do say that are men, and I feel like men shouldn't really talk about women issues that don't necessarily
that they can't relate to.
And I feel like I'm not ruling it out that it's not a reason, but I'm just saying it's not a reason for every black woman.
Exactly.
It's not a reason for every black woman. Now, because we do live in a Western society, there are things that you are naturally just gonna adopt because of Western society, not because necessarily you're trying to be a white person, even though there are some black women that do that because they want to look European. However, not all black people have tight coily hair. Like if we look at Eritreans and Somalis and maybe Kenyans, their hair is wavy and straight. Like different countries in Africa, they have different types of hair. Different types, different textured hair. So we can't always say the texture goes to specifically one set of people. And in terms of the colour, I think like there's obviously tribes and stuff of people that do have blonde hair within black societies. But then what about people that wear blue and green? Like, who are they trying to be?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
like if you wear pink hair, like white people don't have pink hair.
I feel like the thing is as well, a lot of people say like, oh, when black girls wear straight hair or straight weave or straight wigs, it's because they want to be white. But it's not only white people that have straight hair. Do you know what I mean? You have Asian people that have straight hair as well. So
and white people are now embracing wigs and weaves and stuff like that.
Do you know what I just feel like? I just feel like if we do feel like a sister has an issue with dealing with her hair or don't know how to manage it, not even necessarily leave her. Why don't you go to her house and help her do it or talk to her?
But you know the thing is,
like be a sister, be what you're supposed to be instead of finding every opportunity to like
and tear people down.
Yeah, exactly.
Try and lift them up by giving positive solutions.
Exactly, this is what I'm saying.
For some people, like that is the case. Some of them actually do want to look European, but for a lot of people that I know, it's more of a fact that either they don't know how to manage their hair.
Yes.
Like some of my friends, like I have given them advice or like some things that I know that will help. Or it's just because they want to grow their hair. Like I've never actually met someone that's wore a weave or a wig
to be white.
Yeah. And I don't know why people assume that, but I think it's just a subconscious thing where people just think like, oh yeah, they're doing this because they want to be white. Like
uneducated. It's usually uneducated people. They don't know. They don't understand the struggles.
Exactly.
I hate when people say to me all the time, "Why don't you wear your own hair? How about you come when I'm waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning? I've got to do the school run and I've got to get to work. How about you help me? Come to my yard and help me then, innit? Straighten it and do whatever. Wear your own hair. Exactly. I hate it. You know, it irritates me so bad. Like, don't say that because you don't know what had the struggles I've had to go through.
I feel like, but you know,
it comes from a lot of men as well. I'm thinking, why?
I feel people do.
Yeah, majority of men.
I do feel like though. I feel like if we were taught how to look after our hair from a young age, it wouldn't be a struggle when you get to a certain age.
Yeah, that's
I would agree because like when I was growing up, like I was shown nothing at all.
Yeah.
The only thing I saw was my hairdresser braid my nan's hair and so on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I literally learned from watching videos on YouTube and just went from there. Really.
Exactly. If we was taught how to manage our hair, then we wouldn't have to use words like it's a struggle. Yeah. It would just be the norm because it's on your head of how you.
Well, my mum don't know how to do hair, and then my nan didn't know how to do hair. So where do you learn? Where does the learning start?
But the thing is, like, I think because of like.
Where did it even start? Because I'm sorry to interrupt, but like from before that, like, didn't we know? Kind of.
This is what I was about to touch on. Like, I feel like a couple of generations back to like our grandma's generation. They was trying to blend in with. Remember, you know, that was like Windrush generation, so they came from the Caribbean.
That's when the hot combs was in.
So they was trying to adapt to not stand out so much, so that they can get the job and so that they can fit in, so that they wasn't always targeting. Because at that point, it was just like we just need to get money and send it back home, or just be able to survive and just be able to live. So it was by any means necessary, and I just feel like. In that time, and remember, you know, a lot of the products that are good for our hair, they don't even grow here. Like, we have to have them imported in. Yeah. So I just feel like within that time, like, things was lost. Yeah. And then we're just taught things to be able to fit in and what makes it easier. But then things are just lost and we don't know where to go in terms of looking. In terms
you know what's funny as well? When I first permed my hair. No, not when I first permed, but I'd say about 16 when I was still perming my hair. I did go to a hairdresser, a black hairdresser as well, and she was telling me that for the texture of my hair, I shouldn't be using black hair products. So she told me to start using Tresemme. Okay. Yeah. And it worked, you know.
You know, it
worked.
Tresemme was bay at one point.
Listen, no, it worked. I said, nah. You get one big bottle like this, like.
For £2. Yeah, man. Special offer at Asda.
It worked. But like you said previously, it only worked for a short time. So I could see that my hair was becoming more like healthy and manageable. But it was only for a short period of time. So I was like, what do I do now? But that's mad. And do you sometimes think that is because technically we're not fully black? Like, if you look at your history, we're not. You know what I mean? Like, when I looked at my ancestral, 14% Scottish. Like,
14% in the hole is nothing.
14%
you can't turn around and say you got 14% of Scottish hair. Your hair's black. You got black people's hair.
So, no, but I was thinking to myself, like, why did she make that comment? Like, why did she say I've never heard anyone say that before. Like, you should use European hair products, not the black hair products that are supposed to be for your hair. Like, where did that come from?
I think it's just because sometimes they do work for you. Do you know what I mean? Because I've heard of people using like non-black hair products.
Yeah.
But that's because all black hair isn't the same.
Yeah.
You have all different textures, like what we was talking about before.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't think to use a white. When you see Pantene on the TV, you see Tresemme. Who's modelling it?
Yeah.
Not a black
Yeah,
woman.
exactly.
So you're not going to think, oh, that's going to be good for my hair. You're going to think, oh, that a white people hair product that. Let me stick to the dark and lovely. You get me? And that's what you tend to do, not realising that the dark and lovely is actually damaging it.
But there's a lot of products that do work. I think it's just searching into it.
Yeah.
It takes a long time.
What's right for you, we did have that discussion.
It takes a long time, and what's right for you is right for you. But I do feel like sometimes within the hair community, there's a lot of natural hair, and actually people that wear weaves that have like a superiority complex about like natural hair women that will turn around and say, oh, I don't wear weave because, like you said, I'm not trying to be European and this, that. And then you've got people that wear weaves that will turn around and say, people only wear natural hair because they can't afford to buy a good weave and XYZ. Like,
I think the people that make both of them comments are both ignorant.
Can't afford them.
Yeah, the 100% ignorant.
Yeah, because it's like, I just find them ignorant.
To me, it doesn't matter whether you wear a weave or natural hair, but what I do feel like what matters the most is if you do wear a weave, is it because you feel uncomfortable in your own skin without a weave? If you're able to rock a weave and natural hair, then you're good to go.
Yeah. But if you can't embrace your natural hair.
If you can't embrace your natural hair and you're literally just wearing a weave because you don't like what's underneath, then there needs to be some soul searching.
Yeah. Sometimes it's down to peer pressure as well. So if your peer groups have got nicer hair than you, do you know what I mean?
Well, what you feel that I've got nicer hair.
Well, yeah, what you feel. But you know what I mean? It comes down to like even like just coming off topic slightly, body shaming. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of the same thing as hair shaming. Like, your hair is your appearance.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you lose that, sometimes you can lose all self-confidence. You know what I mean? And even it could cause mental health. So, it is a big thing.
I think that has something to do with, like, as you said earlier, good hair. Because a lot of people think good hair is looser texture, wavy, and so on. It's to me, good hair is healthy hair. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like people just automatically think good hair, light skin, a lot of people just think, I'm thinking to myself, why? But as you said, it's just westernized society and like how it is.
But wigs, you see wigs and things like that, wigs have been worn from Egyptian times.
Yeah.
And it used to be a sign of like your status or your power. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So it's not a new phenomenon. Like, people have been wearing wigs for years and years and years. Even now in court of law, I know they're not fashionable wigs, but it's compulsory that the judge or the barrister would have to wear a wig in court. So it's not a new phenomenon. It's something that's been going on for ages. I think what's happened is that the reasons to why people wear wigs have just slightly changed.
Okay, finishing question then. So do we feel like if you constantly wear a wig or a weave, does it make it any less black?
Nah, not a chance. No, because I will embrace my blackness with or without a wig.
Same.
And this coming from a girl who rocks her hair natural and with weave. So
I agree. Simple as, like, whatever hairstyle you have, I feel like it doesn't change.
Doesn't define.
Yeah, it doesn't define you. Yeah.
So then, what do you say to the people that do define you by the style of your hair?
Can I say that on camera?
What do you say to people who define you by your hair?
I don't even pay attention to it. I'm just like, whatever.
But what if you saw somebody basically talking to one of your family members, like you're able to like brush it off, but if you saw someone being verbally attacked, one of your family members, because of the kind of hairstyle that they have, whether it be a weave or natural, what would you say on the behalf of your family member to stick up for them?
I'd have to teach them. I'd have to teach them and educate them and let them know that you can.
But you haven't got time. You got like 5 minutes. Like, for example, like you're in the street right now.
I'm not gonna body slam them. I'm not killing.
No, but I just mean
that's what I can do.
I think it just.
But that's what I'm saying. So what would you say if you had only like 30 seconds to educate someone because someone's saying something here and now? What would you say?
The only one line I could think of is my hair my hair doesn't define me, or the hair doesn't define that person.
Well, I would say go and watch Jamelia on Instagram and on YouTube, because she teaches and talks about natural hair products, and she also talks about weaves and that kind of stuff.
Okay, yeah. I do follow her on Instagram. I just haven't.
Yeah, I've seen her on this hair thing still, but I just haven't. But that, yeah, I suppose that's good.
Yeah. So that's it.
So that's what we'll tell them then next time.
Well, you don't have to say Jamelia. Okay. So
I want to say thank you guys for watching today. We've had a great discussion about women and hair within the black community. One thing I do want to say though is, before we wrap up, there is one hair event that I go to every single year, and it's called Afro Hair and Beauty Live. So if anyone wants to go there, it's good for natural hair. Not if you don't wear your hair naturally, it's good as well. Black history books, everything. So yeah, that's an event that's like good to
Where
go
can
to
you find the details for it?
Just searching Afro Hair and Beauty Live, Instagram and on the internet. I think they have a Facebook page as well, but that's an event in London that I always go to. So yeah, it's really good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
More than a woman.